Let me get a fat drag off this.
Okay.
Jewel Paw John on bass.
We're back for another installment of the Heavy and Western program, episode 6.
What the fuck is this?
So,
Couple of fucking dipshits.
It's my favorite episode.
yeah, it's our favorite episode. Most of you know, Quarantine of Corona.
Corona.
We've been
the
stuck
fuck
in
name's
this house
Corona?
for about a week now.
I'd say a week, a little over.
We've talked about everything under the sun.
Yeah. We've been trying to stay in different rooms so we don't
That's a
shoot
quick
each other in the fucking heads.
The next episode will probably be about how many times we've tried to kill each other.
Yes.
But
I'm like,
Earlier, I
listen when the
threatened
fucker's
to
dead.
kill John,
Go ahead,
eat his
alright.
insides, and wear his outsides.
yeah, make a decorative sculpture out of my bones in the yard.
Yeah.
For all the raiders to see.
Just so everybody knows, not to come fuck with me.
Despite the fact that we're in quarantine, we do have a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
We've
Playing the Italian record.
we've been drinking a lot. I'm sure you have too. We always complain that we have no time to just stay home and get drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we are.
Yeah, I know, right? We finally got what we've been wishing for.
Yeah, it's great.
So,
What are you drinking?
well, I've got Milwaukee's Best, my usual beer, and I've got my Jim Beam here with me.
Yeah, we gotta make sure and get some hard liquor in us. It's
Yeah.
good for you. I've
Yeah.
got some
Keep us rock hard.
some Woodruff Reserve
Dang.
and that squirt.
That squirt. So,
Sorry, Toby.
it's not a secret that the Comancheros are like their video games on the side. Doing. For me personally, I feel like video games have really shaped a lot of the way who I am. Well,
Yeah,
the same way a
I'd
lot of
say
the music I grew up on and playing guitar. My first console was Nintendo 64.
Mine was also an N64. See, I went on a trip to
Who the fuck are these two
Florida with my
idiots?
folks, and would have been like 2001 or so. We got to the hotel there. We got off the plane and got to this hotel, and they had this. Remember when they used to have the N64 set up in the room? Well, I'd never touched a video game. Or anything.
Well, also got
hotels used to have
pay-per-view.
games. I remember
Oh,
I played
no.
Super Nintendo for the second time in a hotel.
And I remember I picked up the controller and just started hitting buttons. And next thing I knew, I'd spent $59.99 on my parents' credit card, and I was playing Mario Kart, and my dad was.
Now what on God's green earth did you spend $59.99 on, Little Deer Green?
I'm sorry, Daddy.
And
There should have been a pamphlet for that or something.
yeah, that's how they get you, though, you know. So anyway, he just, well, you already bought it, you might as well just play it. So that was my first experience with video game, was in a hotel room in Florida playing Mario Kart. We went on Christmas break, and I asked for a Nintendo for Christmas, and I got my N64. And I came back from Christmas break, and I was so excited to tell all my friends about all the games I've been playing and everything. And that just happened to also be the Christmas when everybody got PlayStation 1s. So I came back and they were like, loser, you have a Nintendo. We all got PlayStations now. And I was crushed.
Without your ass.
Sheldon, hey, you got a fucking
up,
cigarette? Hey,
uh,
I got a cigarette.
Dick Nukem playing up here in the corner.
I used to do the thing where we'd go rent the console all the time. I would save up to rent it, and for birthday parties or whatever, like, you got to have a slumber party, and you could rent an N64. And but I remember my mom told me she'd rented one once. It was like spring break or something, and she'd actually bought it off Party Line, which was really fucking. So,
is that like the
Yeah, hello.
good
Yeah, I
morning,
got
Party Line,
a three-legged dong I'd like to trade for a John Deere riding lawnmower.
Party Line, and we'd sell really fake
Yeah,
shitty things.
yeah,
We would
mustard, junior mustard.
Well, we didn't really sell them. We would try to sell, or just
Like
advertising.
what? Give me an example.
One of our favorites was to sell a crib that was missing half of the bars.
The rungs, yeah.
And then I remember when Craigslist came along, we would put like a Toyota Corolla on there for like $300, and then put one of our buddies' phone numbers on it. And that was before you had to verify anything. I really specifically remember in high school we were having like a sleepover. We were playing Halo, or that's okay. We were playing Halo or something, and we'd put my phone number on Craigslist for like a $300 or $400. I got a $400 running Toyota Corolla, you know, and we took like a picture of his Toyota
Man,
Corolla.
that's a deal.
I know, and put it on Craigslist. So fucking mad. We're trying to play, and he's like, I don't have a fucking Corolla for. It was so funny. It was almost as good as when we figured out you could text a landline and it would read it.
Oh my god!
In the Microsoft Sam voice, we would text to this landline, have you filed your 2002 tax return for Black Lum to one of our buddies' houses? And his dad kept picking it up. You know, when you get that, you're like, what the fuck is it?
Yeah, good thing to me.
Oh, the funniest thing I've ever seen. When it was time for our 5-day rental of the N64 to be up, my mom told me that we now actually owned that one, and I got.
Oh,
Yes.
she got you.
Yeah, she got
I didn't
it.
know that.
Yeah. And
That's cool.
I remember being really bummed that it was like time to bring it back.
Yeah.
And she told us, like, as we were gonna pack it up, that it was.
I had the same deal. Like I was doing, we were doing the rent it from Blockbuster, and were you renting from Blockbuster?
Hastings, actually.
Hastings.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's wild. Anyway,
Hastings were really dope.
is that where you, is that next to the Piggly Wiggly or? I just remember like not having a memory card, so I'd have to or a memory.
Oh, jeez, dude.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you'd leave that bitch run for
Yeah, I know.
7 days.
They're-
You know? Speaking of people losing their temper, I had a very life-changing experience when I went over to my grandma's house one weekend, and my uncle was in town, and he brought his Xbox, and he brought Halo with him.
The first one?
Yeah. Combat Evolved. And we sat there on a snowy winter day and played Halo for probably 12 hours. And I just remember I was terrible. I mean, I was walking into walls. I just remember and if my uncle's watching, you probably don't remember this, but I just remember my uncle, me driving the Warthog like off a cliff, and my uncle screaming,
Is this the flat top, John?
yeah, this is fun.
You cracked the fucking warthog.
I remember my grandma. I went into the kitchen to get a cookie that my grandma had made, and I was very shaken about my uncle's language. And she said, "It's nothing personal. He's just screaming." We've been playing lately now.
I want to tell
Time warp.
my favorite video game first.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Oh, and that was on.
N64, yeah. So we got to step back a little bit from this. So me and John have this ritual every Halloween.
Oh man!
Where after we play on Halloween at midnight, we go get the midnight release of what come out.
Well, it just happens.
It just happens to be that there's-
the last two Halloweens we've had a show that night. We've had a Halloween show, and our game that we both wanted came out on that night. So
Blow it out your ass.
It's alright to be a little shitty. 2 years ago, Red Dead Redemption came out Halloween night. That night, we were in Kiss Makeup, or I was Kiss Makeup, you were Corpse Paint. So I've been playing Red Dead Redemption again.
yeah, I got
So-
back into that
Yeah,
as soon as
yeah.
the Takagi virus came
I
about. The Red Dead started back up.
Yeah.
I woke up yesterday morning and I resubscribed to World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft. Nerd!
Yeah.
Freaking nerd, dude. So we figured for the next couple weeks here, we're going to do a couple videos of us playing our chosen video game. So we're, me and John are really itching to play some Pod Racer for you guys.
Yeah!
Oh, Jesus.
PS2.
Star Wars fucking
You know, I like the
blows.
PC one. So I'm a little bummed this Racer Revenge, you can't like work on the pods. Which
Yeah, but last time we tested this, or last time we played on yours, I kicked your ass.
I don't remember it that way, but
It wasn't even funny, man. It was sad. If there are any video games that you would like to see us play,
yeah.
we're gonna do the commentary, whatever. Because let's be honest, we're all sitting around, we ain't doing shit.
Yeah.
Too old to die young now. It's
On CD and turd. Only imagine
days.
between the Tiger King memes and the live streams by everybody who's got a really loud acoustic and a really loud PA plugged in. Every once in a while, you'll see this little foreign orange image.
I wouldn't buy your piece of shit record if you paid me $2 million.
Last flying through space of the day that got about,
That was a big hit.
it got about 6 likes. Yeah, actually, you'd have thought after all the coronavirus stuff and everybody at home, we would have more success online, but actually, we've had less.
Son of a bitch.
So there's a really dope solo on Down in Flames that Kyle himself actually played. Kyle played bass, pedal steel, and guitar on this record. So Caffeine, Nicotine, and Weed has Tony Martinez playing on it, and he laid that recording down when he was sick on his birthday. Down in Flames also has Kelby from the Cadillac 3 playing on it, and last time they were in town, Kelby wore our shirt. Cadillac 3.
You said free.
66185's got Billy Don Burns singing on it, which is really cool.
Hell yeah.
Bow and Arrow has Daniel Donato playing on it. He plays the outro solo. We've played with him a couple times. He's rad. John's buddy Nick from Iowa plays guitar with him. Crazy as Hell has John Schreffler from Shooter Jennings Band playing on it.
Are we dating?
I'm sorry, dude. Dude, it's my thing. It's the fat guy thing. Anywho, for the next couple weeks, you can come check us out here. We're going to be playing some video games from the page. We're having Western episodes. We're going to do a bunch of Facebook Lives this weekend once the album's out. Try to peddle this bad boy to all you guys. And Scott Yahtzee did the cover here from Death Before Pop Country.
Oh,
so.
Jesus
yeah.
Christ, is this guys ever shut the fuck
Make sure
up?
and like and subscribe and comment so that we just look. We can maybe read those if we ever get to them. I don't know. Do people still comment on YouTube videos?
I think a lot of people comment on our videos. They're all really nice though, and I'm used to really hateful YouTube comments.
Yeah.
So I feel like
So
I feel like it's probably just our friends since they're all really nice.
what we want you to do is comment on this video the most hateful thing you can possibly
say something terrible.
Dude, just
That's not gonna be hard at
we're
all.
all probably
guys
aggravated.
are
We're
dumb
sitting
as
at
hell.
home.
Just take it out.
Let it out. Just let it out. Get it out there. Yeah.
And don't forget, folks, we got both kinds here. Heavy and Western.
Now who put a couple of fucking idiots like this on the TV?